Life is a better place if you choose to set the pace. I know that it comes with ups and downs. On a daily we have to fight, try to live and to survive. Another day to get the drive. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. You'll be fine, you'll be okay. Spicy with Phina.
Imagine waking up to some news of infidelity in your marriage, that your spouse have had an affair with a third party. Do you know what? Don't even imagine it. That cringing feeling that sometimes results in such disaster as intense heartbreak, heart attack, murder, and in some cases suicide when the news of infidelity hits a victim. Today, we are going to be unraveling the reasons, dribbles, and consequences that comes with extramarital affairs. This is Spicy with Phina. I'll be right back. Let's get to meet our guest. And when we come back, I'll read the story we have for you today. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Raymond Okpara is a cutting-edge brand innovator, author, content creator, and creative lifestyle trainer with a passion for inspiring excellence and unlimited living. He is the founder and CEO of Rethink Alike, a creative intelligence and marketing communications company with profiled clientele across the UK, Europe, and Lagos, Nigeria. He's also the CEO of a mesh and clothing brand, Rock N, that caters to the mesh needs of some of Lagos fintech companies and several other personal brands. Esther Baby Lawyer Nwankwo is a lawyer, journalist, entertainer, and humanitarian with a decade of experience in the media and entertainment industry. She's currently a co-host of the popular Waiting Day show, which airs every weekday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Max 102.3 FM. She loves God, love, and life.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Welcome back. It's Spicy with Phina, and I have my guest already seated.
Hello, everybody.
Baby Lawyer, how are you? You look good, though.
Very well. Thank you very much for having me. Thank you.
You look good.
Thank you.
Raymond, how are you?
Chilling, very well.
How are you? When I say how are you, because I know before I brought you here, I needed to, I had to talk all over again for you to be here. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. I have a story for you guys.
Okay.
I'll read the story and then we can start the conversation.
Great.
Sure.
Great.
This might sound crazy. A lady is writing, or rather, a lady wrote.
Okay.
This might sound crazy, but I have not had orgasm for 4 years of my marriage.
Wow.
So I started sleeping with my husband's driver.
Yeah, well.
I hate myself for coming so low, but this guy treats me like a woman. He takes his time to handle my body. I want to run away with him since I don't have a child for my husband. But I'm scared because he does not have the financial backup to take care of us, and I'm not working too. Please, I need advice. I am confused. Is love enough to run away? My husband is okay. It's just that the sex part is not very good at it, and I need sex to be a complete woman. Please, I need advice. What should I do? Before we react to this story, okay, fine. I want us to react first to this story. Baby Lawyer, what would you rather, like, you have just heard the story. Let me have your first reaction. He said,
See, it's very natural for the A-word to come out. I'm very sorry.
It's fine.
It is a very A-word situation. Now, jokes apart, I understand the talk about, all our wokeness in this generation. We're being told this has to come first. You have to do this. And it's true. Having great orgasm during sex is heaven. Please don't let nobody tell you no lie. It's an awesome feeling. But here is my question. The Holy Book says that you should have pleasures with reasoning. So if you're going to put orgasm over a good man, over a good marriage, she didn't say it was a bad marriage.
At all.
She didn't say it was unfaithful. She did not say he was an infidel, because the book of Proverbs says that a man who cannot provide for his house is worse than an infidel. So he has no such traits. Now this is a man that other women in the world
Would be looking
are going to MFM, prayer camp, city, reading, Lagos Ibadan Expressway every weekend, fasting and praying, dry fasting, white fasting, lemon, green, yellow, purple fasting. And then you have that man, and you are willing to give up having a king to be with a slave. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's be truthful. So there are no sex toys. You cannot find a sex therapist. You cannot find a way for... Obviously, with the way she described this guy, he's someone that can be talked to.
Of course.
So you can't encourage him and say, let's go for counseling, get a sex therapist to talk to us. There are men who till tomorrow, the machine gun will not stand. I'm sorry.
Of course.
But there are men who, while the machine gun doesn't stand, they have been able to find ways through sex toys and other exercises to make the woman still get to orgasm. So, what is now the point? Sex is not just about the physical, it's about intimacy. Are you building intimacy with this man? Because guess what? You will run with the driver. You're not financially stable. And for you as a woman not to have a job or learn a skill and earn money shows that that man has endured more from you.
Exactly. Jobless thing.
Than him. Than you from him. So, in all, it has been about you,
and you. And that's sad. Okay, let's have your reaction to the story.
I'm just enjoying what Bibula is saying. So for some reason, I like your perspective, great perspective. But let's look at two types of women.
Okay.
So there is the promiscuous woman. Usually, it has something to do with their backgrounds. They have had either a separated parenting kind of background, they grew from that, or they grew with abuse, all right? And then there is the easy woman. I would like to call them the easy woman, usually unloved. This is where we are.
Yeah,
unloved, unsatisfied, friendless, almost lonely. Now, I would stay here. Let me not talk too much about the promiscuous woman. I would stay here in the sense that this woman's issue is a selfish concern. That's why I was just enjoying what she was saying. It's the problem is not I don't have money. My children are not well to do, or they're not being taken care of. I'm being taken care of, or my husband is not nice, or we're not in a nice home, or societal concerns are against us, no pressures from parents, in-laws, and all of that. The problem is my personal gratification in the bedroom. Awesome. You have your rights. You need orgasm, and it's statistics says that women that enjoy orgasm or that have orgasms over time when they have sex are more satisfied and stable in their marriages. Exactly. But let me tell you something. We have to come to a place where women come into identity clarifications. Who am I? I am beyond the orgasm. Yes, orgasm is important and other things, like just like what she was saying, you need to be able to place priority. What is more important? Yes, you can get 100%, but when you get 70%, find a way to make the 30% complete. Find a way, get a therapist, get counsel, talk it over with him. Have you spoken with your husband?
That's the thing.
Have you spoken with him? So speak with him, get things clear. Going the other way with the driver is going to end, the husband's driver is going to end in a nemesis that everybody be at a loss. Both the driver, both the husband, and she herself.
And at the end of the day, everybody is not just going to be happy. Let's look at why, people cheat on their spouses. I know they've mentioned a couple of things. Some people say money, she said orgasm and all that. But I want to hear what you think, baby lawyer. What do you think are some of the factors that contribute to cheating?
Number one, social media. Social media is telling women, you don't get sex in your marriage, just walk outside, find some guy. Satisfaction is key. That people should be patient.
Patient, okay.
Be patient. Being patient is different from being tolerant. They're two different things. In the place of patience, you learn. In the place of patience, reasoning and wisdom is applied. Now, if she was a patient person, a driver, employed by your husband, paid by that man, is the one you subjected
yourself to
his fountain and temple to. The Songs of Solomon says that is the only book in the Bible that actually talked about sex, if you are to be truthful and if you studied the Bible well. And Solomon said there that you are the fountain that only I drink from. So, you are the man's fountain that only he should be drinking from. And then you have a servant, literally, drink from the same fountain in the name of orgasm that will last you how many seconds, and you will still want it again. So guess what? Driver is going to keep giving you the orgasm till when money stops coming from you. Then you are really going to learn who you are dealing with.
Exactly.
At that point, your husband would have driven you out of the house, or you would have eloped with the driver. There's no money. Then you will now see that the driver is a beast. And then you will now remember, he was a nice man, whoa. He was a loving man, whoa. My family, because this kind of man would actually likely be catering for her family, not just her.
Of course.
Since she's not earning money.
Of course.
And then everybody will be okay. Maybe a sibling or two have already gone abroad. Somebody is in university somewhere on his payroll. In Nigeria of today, then you cannot. So with all that money, you cannot even go and say, look for the original, Kayamata creators. Find somebody to find you somewhere. Let them, get the man and talk him through and say, Ogasi, this is important. Let's just get this out of the way and move on. Find sex toys.
Maybe Lola.
Try things.
I want to speak to the man. So whilst you were talking, I'm hearing you, and I'm seeing the man going like, talk to her. But I just feel I should speak to the man a bit.
Okay.
We should desire to please our women.
Yes, some people don't know how to do that.
Yes, we should desire. We should
just want to go to,
for that woman to get to that point. So let's not box the woman into the bad woman corner, and just say, okay. So, but as a man, it is your responsibility to understand foreplay.
Satisfy your wife.
It's your responsibility to understand when you're done with sex, being able to look into your wife's eye and say, I love you, and she smiles back and say, that was good. There is nothing that beats that.
Exactly.
I tell you the truth. Let's just be. So I'm looking at the man and I'm saying, sir, yes, your wife has taken left.
Yes.
But are you on the right side? Are you sure you're on the right side? So I want to say, yes. You should not pride in your ability to just penetrate. Just saying, don't pride in your ability to just penetrate. Learn foreplay. Learn to discuss. Learn to see your wife smile and be happy after a sexual event.
That will actually take me to my next question. But we have to go on a quick break. When we come back, we would continue on the conversation. Let's go on a quick break. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all your pain.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and we've been having a very interesting discussion. I said it will take me to my next question.
Yeah.
What should men do to discourage their wives from cheating? Because what you were trying to talk about, has to do with something like that. Because if the man is actually on the right path, maybe probably the woman wouldn't have. So let me have a few things you think men should be doing to ensure their wives doesn't, at least to discourage their wives from cheating.
All right, first of all, I'm not going to take time. So I think first of all, the man should seek to protect.
Okay.
Every man should recognize first by identity revelation that they are kings. all right? Kings protect. Leave what we're having in Nigeria right now. Our king is not protecting us yet. but let's not go there.
Wow, shots fired. Shots fired.
Kings protect. If you, as a man,
Okay.
that's your first identity. You are a king, you're a protector. Now, what that means, what that goes to say is that I should seek to protect my wife from angles that will put her in a bad position.
Bad position.
There is no way after they have sex that the woman has not given by body language or some way that I'm not enjoying this, or this is not the best that we can get. There is no way. Maybe she would have gone a little more communicative or spoken more, but then I think the man should open his eyes some more to see to see the communications that is not said by the mouth. To look at the body language, to see the things that she's not saying but she wants, and then seek to address them. Ask questions. Enjoy. If you talk, when you go out, it's not just spraying money and trying to make her feel comfortable and otherwise. No, there's even emotional blackmail. That let me go there. That's a different. If we go there, it's going to be very deep, and all that. But I think first of all, the man should open his eyes. Okay. To see the communications that are not said with the mouth. All right. See her body language. See what she wants that you can provide, but is not said.
I want to know from your since let's attack your own from the side of the woman. What do you think men should do? To discourage women from cheating? And what do you think women should do to also discourage men from cheating?
First off, if it's cheating in the case of marriage...
Marriage, of course.
Yes, the religious community is going to come for me for this. Holy Spirit, I apologize. God, I apologize. Jesus, I apologize. Please have sex with your woman before you marry her.
What?
Yes.
No wonder you said those.
No.
No wonder you said those. Holy Spirit will not accept such an apology.
I'm sorry. There is a total industry of human behavior contrary to that.
Yes.
Hold on.
Okay.
Now this is why I'm saying that.
Okay.
A lot of people are meeting people who, now let's bring it back to religion. A person who maybe went through life, saw life, everybody call and say, we go and see life, enjoy life, everything life. And then you now go back to Jesus. We always go back to Jesus when we have done all the damages possible. When it's the way that Jesus said you shouldn't go, you will now come back to the Jesus. You will now say, oh, Chineke na mere me bere o. Then after everything, and being Jesus, like what you forget is, a lot of the traits you've picked up still remain.
Baggages, yes.
And they will stay with you for life. Now, or else a man is also a what's up guy who knows those traits and can watch you despite being a Christian like you and know this one don't work out like me. Okay, well, if you marry a normal gentleman, Umuchineke kind of man, that man is in trouble. This is why. You are marrying a man who has maybe just focused on life and doesn't know so much. After you have had over 10 relationships with 10 different men, catfish style, doggy, missionary, up in the ceiling, catapulting style, then one man that God actually made for you, that has not done catfish, you will be expecting him to do catfish. How? So as you are planning to take him the way to teach him to do the catfish. If he marries you, it is only his missionary that he will give you, my sister.
So is that why you said sex should be?
Yes, because a lot of people are getting married to people and not knowing what's up.
What's up?
They don't know.
So
how...
do you want to say? So what will you say with people that have constantly cohabited, but then in the marriage it is still an issue? You see, sex cannot be a major defining.
Exactly.
Sex cannot be above.
No, you're not getting. We are speaking about the angle of sex. We are not going to all the other facets.
No, but that is sex is whole.
No, sex is whole.
I mean, marriage is whole.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to the other side of the marriage. I'm facing the sex now because that's just the bonus.
But sex cannot define the whole marriage.
No, of course it can't. But we're speaking of sex, so I'm facing sex now. So what I'm saying is, concerning sex, a lot of people are getting into marriages, men and women. A man is seeing a lady who is holier than thou. She's a virgin. He knows she's Christian. He knows she's Muslim. He knows she hasn't done a lot of things. And then he's marrying her. she's homely, can cook, she's motherly, she's everything. But he wants her to be Nicki Minaj stroke Cardi B in the bedroom. Or else you are going. Hold on, Baba, don't worry.
Okay, let's allow her.
It's the name of a show I did. Calm down. What I'm saying is, or else you are going to have to train the lady, because there are men who do that. There are women who, I had a cousin who was apostolic faith. Gown they reach here. In shoe, this kind of shoe, how? Those girls, forget it. But when she got married to one WhatsApp guy that was in the SSS, today she's wearing bomb shorts. Today she has a face-out tattoo this side in the waist.
These are willing partners.
Husband,
that are ready to,
thank you.
Play
It
along.
is the husband that helped her doing makeup like this. Them roots, Mary, how?
And
Those
so
are my
that
cousins.
means, but what you just said actually contradicted what you were saying.
No,
before.
they're not getting what I'm saying.
No, wait, let me just point out that, let me just make out that point.
That
now she was able to learn certain skills while she's married to this guy.
That's
so
what
it's
I'm
not
saying.
It's not necessary they would have started doing it before. Anybody that wants to learn can still learn, so long as you're open to learning.
My dear, you will know who wants to learn before you enter the journey.
Exactly what I was going to say.
You will
what
know
are
who
you
wants to
saying before
learn
you got married?
before you enter the journey. Because at the end of the day, I'm not saying it's something I support. I'm not saying it's, but I'm just saying with the way things are going right now, people are cheating left, right, and center. Everybody is shouting, I want orgasms. Or guys, it will be good for you to know who you are dealing with.
Okay.
No one makes this woman's body tick. You just mentioned learning how to please a woman. Some men don't even know that till tomorrow. My dear, statistics have shown every 10-15 years, a woman's trigger points for sex changes.
Yeah.
So the neck that you were kissing while you were still dating her, that used to just make her do is
It can
carry belle born pikin. That place go die. It's not gonna
It won't be as sensitive as
so there's going to be somewhere else that becomes sensitive. If you are not a patient man to find out where is that other place that is now sensitive, you will continue kissing neck. It will be irritating her. She will now be looking at you like, what kind of human being? Can't you see that is no more working? So at the end of the day, people need to actually make themselves prepared. My brother, the times when our parents got married, olden days, there was no church.
If I have to drive your point home, baby lawyer, you said one of the ways to discourage your partner from cheating is knowing them before marriage, like knowing them in total before marriage.
Some people, it has to be that way for them. For some people.
And I think
almost everybody.
You said something about how to know how to discourage your partner from cheating as well. The best way to do it. What was the point you made again?
I said men should open their eyes to the communication that is not said.
Beautiful. Let's give her our final words. What she's asking, what she should do. Let's give her our final words.
Okay, so for me, madam, I will ask you, place your priority.
Interesting.
Is your future what being lost in lost? This is not love, this is lost. It's just after the pleasures of your body. You're married to a good man. If you ask me, I would say seek help, get counseling therapy done, you need it. Then talk to your husband on how to work on your sex life.
Yes,
I'm tempted to almost, the Christian part of me is saying, confess to him. But because of where we are in our climb, my sister, you try that, that's when you will now discover that the man you thought was a saint was an odumodu, and he will now call his umuna to carry you and escort you out of his house
to your father's house.
And return bride price with extra interest to show that he's done with you. So, but I would say, desist from that act. Live in a place of regret, but do not hurt yourself in it. Come out of it. The man you spoke about is a good man from what I hear, or else there are other sides to the
Making
story
work.
we don't know from this. So please, I'm sure he listens. Find a way to make it work. Sex toy is full everywhere. Let him learn how to use it well on you, on wherever. Let everybody enjoy the pleasures in your house, in your bedroom, in the beach. Take the sex outside. Explore. Learn things that, in fact, it might just actually just be that it's not like this man don't know how to tatata. The man have not discovered how to actually get himself to the point to tatata well. That might be a problem.
Yeah.
It might just be that he doesn't know where is that point where he's King Kong. Then he can do the things that can get you to that place. So, marriage, you are a helpmate.
Yeah.
Help
in
him.
all its form and shape.
Help you. Help your marriage.
Exactly.
Namaste.
Thank you so much, baby lawyer. Ray, let's have your final
Hey
word.
sis, there's a big concern, or there's a place of communication in having sex.
Okay.
All right. Everything she has said, I does except the parts of the sex toys, because that's another level of what you call it. That's another level of, if you don't want to go deep into it, that's another level of addiction.
No, sex toys depend though.
Yeah, no, so that's why I said,
It's not those ones that would freaking you. See, when the human side of you dies, no, that's not the one I'm talking
once
of.
you get into it, you can't know how far you can go when you go deep in that. But that said, communicate, speak to your husband. I would have said, get that guy out of your house, but then that would make it suspicious to your husband, because secrets. He doesn't look like somebody that will leak secrets. He'll be at the disadvantage.
And
to leak
imagine
secrets.
if she now says she wants to actually go back to her husband and work on her marriage, and this driver begins to blackmail her.
And he,
Everybody's going to start shouting.
No,
It doesn't look like something.
But
You are
he
the.
might.
Who will you believe? If you're a man, who will you believe? You believe your driver for your wife? No, you can't.
Of course.
You can't.
What
No,
if
I
they're
don't see-
recording?
I don't.
No, what if, I'm speaking from the place of a lawyer, what if he recorded some things? What if, see, people have to, that's why I said, is the pleasure
And he
of
must have
your
been giving her
body,
money. Oh, she must have been giving him
is
money.
the pleasure of your body worth it?
It's not.
Finally, just communicate with
Communicate
your husband.
and
Communicate
thank you
end
so
the
much.
act
Thank you
immediately.
so much, guys. You guys have done so well to this topic. Spicy with Phina has something very nice for
Yeah,
you.
wow,
Yes,
wow,
we do.
wow.
We do.
So
we do.
beautiful.
This is for you,
Oh, thank you very much. Hello.
and this is for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much
you.
for
so
coming.
much.
We've come to the end of today's episode of Spicy with Phina, and I guess if you're the writer of the story, you must have learned a thing or two. Orgasm is not worth it. That's all I could get from everything that they're saying. You know, value, you need to increase in your value system. You need to ensure you have principles. You have to just set your priorities right, because your husband is a good man. Your marriage is one of the beautiful marriages a lot of people are craving for. So stick to it and be good. If you have to confess to your husband, like you said, you have to weigh that option to know that they won't send you back to your father's house. But either way, please stop whatever you're doing with that driver. It's not worth it. I have to go now until I come your way again next time. Please don't forget to follow us on all our social media handles, as you can see on your screen. If you have stories and you would like to come on the show, please kindly call the numbers on your screen. And you can also send us your stories to spicywithphina@gmail.com. It has to, in fact, it's getting bigger and better by the day. Next week, I can promise you that we'll give you another very, very interesting story. Stay tuned. I have to go now. Bye.
You'll be okay, you'll be fine. You'll be okay, you'll be fine. Spicy with Phina is a talk show that addresses life issues. Free to share with us.